Okay, this is a long time ago. You join us as we become Kenner executives once again to release Wave 4 of our Star Wars prequel figures for our Prequel 96 series. This is the fourth wave, as I said, and the second wave from Attack of the Clones. If you missed the last one, go back, watch that, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I think I've finally got my order sorted for this week. Martin, how about you? Did you find this one okay?
Yeah, it's starting to get quite tough, isn't it?
It is.
I think, I mean, just before we hit record, we were talking about it, and obviously we don't know what each other's picked, but the last few for Attack of the Clones, you know, it's been quite tough picking the ones out, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, don't know what you think.
It feels like there's so many more to try and figure out in this, and there's a lot of characters in Attack of the Clones. But it's whether they can make the list or not, or whether I feel like with my list, in some cases, like I'm kind of getting a bit repetitive with certain character types, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I totally get that. I mean, we'll probably, after we've done today's episode, you know, we'll probably see that I've got a bit of a pattern going, maybe. But
Yeah.
I've tried to vary them up a bit more for this second wave, just a little bit, because, and also in the back of our minds, we're also kind of trying to repeat what they did in the
almost
80s.
match their like format. Yeah,
it's in the back of our minds anyway.
So yes, wave 4 this week will consist of figures 32 to 41. Martin, do you want to get us going as you always do?
Yep, so number 32 for me, and talking of patterns, we're going to go with Shaak Ti of the Jedi Council. I think anyone who's watched our stuff on this channel will know that Shaak Ti is one of my favourite characters. She has no speaking lines in the prequels whatsoever. She obviously has quite a big role in the Clone Wars, but I just love the character, and I love the alien type. Shaak Ti, number 32.
Excellent, good. 32, you actually had this one in the previous wave, so I'm going with the Clone Trooper. Like you said, it's got to be in there. It's Attack of the Clones. So going with the Clone Trooper for number 32.
Yep, great, good choice. I mean, you know, you need your clones, you need your stormtroopers, etc.
It's Attack of the Clones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, it's
up to you.
Just anybody who doesn't know, I've not been well this last week, so my attention span is waning. Yeah, it's usually the other way around.
It's usually me.
Yeah. So number 33 is the humble Jawa. Of course, you know, we saw the Jawa in the original Kenner line. Doesn't have a huge role in Attack of the Clones, but they're certainly seen. You know, helping Anakin try and find his mother from the Tusken Raiders. So
that's interesting.
So
because last week I went with a Tusken Raider. I didn't think to put the Jawa in, actually.
So it might help you out for wave 5.
It might give me a bit of inspiration, yeah. I mean, I've got them written down, but I can just throw them out between now and then, I'm sure.
Sure. Number 33, a Jawa.
Brilliant, yeah. Another one from your list last week for my number 33 is Zam Wessel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
just saves you a bit of editing.
Great character, yeah. But a great character available on the Vintage Collection, as we already said.
Yeah.
But yeah, good.
Yeah. Oh, just quickly, I know we're meant to be doing the lists, but I just want to say well done for your card backs because Adam, anyone who doesn't know, Adam's been creating the card backs from scratch. And every week he sends me, you know, what he's done with them, and I'm like, man, I really want to collect these. These are great. So, you know, I have to find somewhere we could get them printed out on card backs.
Well,
somehow.
I was going to say, whilst we're on that subject, if anyone's got any sort of suggestions as to what we could do with them. Because I do have a few ideas, but we'll get to that in the last episode if I remember.
Okay, well, I don't know anything about this, but I am intrigued.
Yeah, I haven't told you anything. Yeah.
Okay, is it mine now?
Yeah,
number 34. A repeat of one of yours from last week. It's the Tusken Raider or the Sand People.
Oh, you went with it. Okay.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be in there. Really, it had quite a pivotal role. I was questioning whether to do a female Tusken as well as the male warrior Tusken, but I've gone for the male warrior Tusken, I think, in this case.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. It's almost like I've taken your list from last week and made it my own, because number 34 is a super battle droid. I do promise you that these were all in my list to begin with. But
the thing is, though,
battle droid is
they've got to be in there, haven't they? You can't,
absolutely,
you can't leave these ones out. So it's totally understandable.
No.
Yep. So number 30,
quite cool. Yeah.
Number 35 for me is Boba Fett. But the young Boba Fett, Camino,
Boba Fett.
yeah,
okay.
I mean, we could give him some blasters, as accessories, so it wasn't just a boring child figure. But Anakin from the Phantom Menace wave needs to have someone to play with. So
yeah, that's right. Yeah, you put him next to Yoda, I suppose. They're all small, aren't they? Yeah,
that's it.
So where am I? 35 for me. Dexter Jetster.
Nice. Yeah.
Dexter's Diner, I think. Yeah, another really cool character, cool kind of weird looking alien, but he's got quite a role in the film. So
that's right, and I'd be really interested to know how, if we were using the technology or the figure molding from the 80s, how they go about creating a Dexter Jetster figure. I think it would possibly have 2 arms, and then there'd be another 2 arms that came with it, with holes where you could just pop them in, rather than actually the figure coming with all 4 of them in, because I don't know if they'd be able to create a bubble big enough for it. But
true.
So it's a good choice. Definitely one I'm considering for the future.
Okay.
Number 36 for me is Poggle the Lesser, who's obviously the leader of the Genosians. I know last week you chose a Genosian warrior, but I've always liked the look of Poggle the Lesser. I like the walking stick he uses, and just the sort of how old he looks compared to the younger drones, if you like, of the army. But so I think that would be a cool figure, and definitely a good card back if we can find a good image. Number 36, Poggle the Lesser.
Interesting. I don't know whether to reveal too much about that particular figure, but I'm in 2 minds as to whether it makes the list or not. So I guess you'll have to come back next week to find that one out. So 36 for me. I've gone another one of yours, Kit Fisto.
Got to have Kit Fisto. He's awesome.
Got to have Kit Fisto.
He looks a great character in the films, doesn't he? Although ever don't know if you've seen a picture of him from Attack of the Clones and then a picture of him from Revenge of the Sith.
It's quite different.
He looks completely different. About the only thing that's the same is his colour. It's ridiculous. It makes you wonder why they changed him so much, to be honest with you. So does that make me number 37 now?
Number 37.
Number 37. I've gone for a Clone Trooper Commander. So I know I've already been and done the Clone Trooper, but I think Clone Trooper Commander, it gives you a bit of a variation in troops. And I know it's more of a Hasbro thing these days. Let's release a trooper, put a different color on it, and then charge $14.99. But I still think it would have been quite nice to have a different kind of Clone Trooper.
You've got to have your ranks, haven't you? I think.
Yeah, exactly. It saves as a kid, it saves you customizing the plain one. So you can just buy it instead.
Did that happen much? I suppose they did. Did they release in the original 96? Did they rank? They kind of did, didn't they? In places.
No. There was just basic stormtroopers, and then you had Death Squad commanders who were Death Star commanders, I suppose, and then you had the commanders from the Empire Strikes Back line. Sort of the admirals.
They were all quite different outfits, weren't they? So,
what you mean? The troopers? Well, they were different outfits, but they weren't ranks. They were more, this is the outfit you wear if you drive this, or this is the outfit you wear if so. That people probably did, customize
colour certain bits in.
I think the only way you could really tell any difference between the stormtroopers in the original trilogy, specifically in A New Hope, was they had the orange shoulder pad. Pauldron, is it? I can't remember the name of it. And that to me yeah, that to me sort of signified if they had one of those, they were a higher rank. But that was the only time really you could probably argue that was the case. I don't know. Someone might know better than me.
But then the Stormtrooper in the original 96 wouldn't have had a pauldron, would it?
No, he wouldn't have done. No.
I don't think.
No,
nothing.
No,
like,
in the modern vintage collection, there is,
yeah.
but no.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see other, see if people have done some customizations on the original line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
must have done. I mean, I must have seen some, but I've just forgotten because the way customization is these days, someone would have done something.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking online today just to go off on a tangent quickly. They've just released Balin's skull from Ahsoka on the Black Series, 6-inch Black Series. Well, apparently they made the figure too short. So basically, the figure of Shin Hati and Balin's skull were the same height. So someone's already customized it to make him taller, so that he's the right height compared to to make him the right height compared to his apprentice, which I think that's absolutely amazing. I wish I could remember who did it, but
it's a pretty bad error to make as well, isn't it? But,
I know it is pretty.
Hey,
it's Hasbro.
Never mind.
Anyway, tangent.
Let's not get into it. 38 Ki-Adi-Mundi. Oh wait,
are
we on? No, we're on 37.
No, 37.
So that's fine. We'll go with Ki-Adi-Mundi, and I'll move 37 to 38.
Okay. Yeah. Same as me last week.
Good. Another one from your list. Yeah.
Good pick. 38 for me is Battle Droid again, but I've gone for the Geonosian color, the darker orange. I think, I know I had him in the Phantom Menace, and I believe you did as well.
Yes.
But, again, this just is a quick, easy, cheap fix for us as executives so that, it doesn't cost us too much money to design a new figure. We just change the colour.
Yeah.
We're always trying to save the company money.
Of course. We're doing a good job of it, I think.
We are, yeah.
Right, 38 for me. 37 was Bail Organa.
Oh, nice. Nice choice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Good, yeah. Yeah, excellent. 39, I've gone for a repeat of one of yours from last week, which is C-3PO in the grey casing. Again, don't really need to say anything more about that. We'll try and get as many 3POs and R2s as we can in.
Do you know what? It is going to be interesting at the end of this entire thing to see how much our list look different and alike. I don't think there's going to be that many extra card backs in total for me to make, put it that way.
Well, for this episode, you mean?
No, for the series as a whole.
Oh, right.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like,
you mean?
Yeah, I feel like we're both picking. Yeah. In the entirety of the series, we're going to pick pretty similarly.
Maybe at the end of the show or the series, we should, do a sort of a final 10-15 minute chat and compare, and then work out some statistics and stuff about it. But perhaps even compare the original 96 to ones you could actually say, right, that is definitely a mirror of that one, if that makes sense.
Sure. That could take a little while. There's 96 of them.
True.
But hey, so 39 is that right? Mine is another one of your list last week, Kaminoan, the one that you were struggling to say.
Yeah, no, that he was a Jedi Master, and I still haven't. I just thought about it. He wasn't a Kaminoan as Jedi Master. But,
but we couldn't decide whether it was Kaminoan or Kaminoan.
You mean Kaminoan? Yeah. You were right. It was Kaminoan.
Yeah, Kaminoan.
And I've been told on comments as well. Just quickly, we did the pickups video a few weeks ago over Christmas, and we couldn't decide whether it was Reed 5 or Red 5. Well, I've been put in my place several times. You were right, it is Red 5, not Reed 5. So hands up, I got it wrong.
Yeah. In mind, it's all good.
Yeah.
All good. So 40 for you.
40 for me, Bail Organa.
There you go,
Yeah, so I think that's the first one we've matched on this week, isn't it? Maybe, maybe.
No, it is.
So, so Bail Organa, I mean, I know he doesn't have he's got more of a role in Revenge of the Sith, but I think he's got a big enough role in this that he would definitely be picked as a character to come out on a card back, definitely.
Yeah. So the next character for me is one that neither of us have mentioned as of yet, or the one that you haven't mentioned yet, I should say, is Plo Koon.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah.
There's so many Jedis in that Jedi in that final battle that it's really difficult to decide which ones make the cut. But
yeah,
Plo Koon's cool looking.
Yeah, I think you're right. Plo Koon needs to be definitely one of the 96. But the way I've kind of structured mine a little bit is, I didn't want all the Jedi in all the films straight away. So he may pop up, not necessarily in Attack of the Clones. That's a bit of a hint there, but no, it's a good choice. I will definitely be having him at some point, I'm sure. Definitely. So that takes us up to the last one, does it? Number 41?
41.
Yeah, number 41. I have, you're going to be proud of me, I have gone for R4P17, who is Obi-Wan's droid, who has quite a big role in this film.
He does, he does.
And he's always been... I've always been a bit of a fan of his in this. He's left alone, and in the starfighter, we never find out what happens to him. He might be out there now.
Camino, he's there, isn't he? And
he gets surrounded,
and he actually talks to. There's a conversation between him and Obi-Wan, which is
that's right,
quite cool. Mentioned by name as well. So
yeah, because I don't think it's the same droid he has in Revenge of the Sith, so we have to assume that he didn't make it off Geonosis.
Don't you talk like that?
Because the last time we see him, he gets surrounded by the Genosians, doesn't he? And that's the last time we ever see him. So I think he might either be in the employ of the Genosians as a slave droid, or who knows? But sorry. Anyway, Martin goes on a tangent once again. R4P17.
Mark your bingo cards, people.
Fan fiction. What happened to R4P17?
Leave that in the comments. That's what we want to hear. So my last one's a droid as well. I've gone with WA7 because there were a lot of how should we say servant droids in the original line. Yeah, in the original 96, and WA7 is the droid that we see first in Dex's diner.
Oh, what, the one behind the counter?
Yeah, female voice.
Yes, she has a wheel. That's
right.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that as a figure, because obviously it's just going to fall over all the time.
Yeah.
So it'd
have to be a wide wheel, I think.
It'd have to be a square wheel as well, I think. But
we'll get the staff working on that, don't worry.
They might. I wonder if they brought that figure out in a modern line. We'll have to research that for the next episode, because I would love to know how they do that without it falling over. Interesting.
I just feel like in the original 96 there were a lot of droids like that. You had come on, you're going to have to help me with the names.
Star droids.
2B2,
21B,
21B.
Yeah,
and then was that the one with the microphone mouth?
Yes, and then there was the droid. What was the droid who lowered
the back to tank droid? Is that
2-1B? That's 2-1B. But oh my god! hang on a minute. My brain. There's just too much Star Wars to remember now. Let me just consult my 96 list. Where is he?
Got a few in there. I'm sure there was.
Yeah, there's the power droid, obviously, from Star Wars.
Cool.
33. That's 2-1B, which we've mentioned.
FX7,
8D8.
That's another one. 8D8
is the one we're thinking of, and that's FX7,
which is
there were a
scout
few
droid.
Background droids, but it's a fair choice. But as I say,
we've got to think about that a little bit.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
excellent.
So
stuff.
I think if that's it from you. No more
that's
tangents.
it for me. I've probably extended the episode by about 5 minutes, but sorry about that, guys.
No, that's good. Okay, then that is all for this wave. I'll flash up the choices so far that we've picked from waves 1, 2, and 3, so everyone can see it now. Otherwise, if you would like this episode or click the like button, I should say, subscribe to us if you haven't already. we'll catch you in the next one. I'm trying to drag it out so that people can see all of our list, basically.
Oh, that's a good idea. Well, yeah. That's yes. Anyway, goodbye.
Bye. See you next time.
Bye.